Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I wish I could say I woke up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is the sound too loud, too soft, just right? I wish I could say I woke up. Can you hear me? Is the sound too loud, too soft, just right? I wish I could say I woke up. Sound too loud, too soft, just right? I decided to try another live stream, especially now. Tuli! Decided to try another live stream, especially when I found out Silver Seeker wasn't doing his auctions. He reached 150,000 subscribers. That's wonderful. I know the limitation. I'm being taught a little bit by a little bit. 7 Stacks, how are you? Brother Rat, welcome. I decided to try another live stream, see how well it goes, and go from there. Basically, I had a really wonderful time with you guys. And I thought I'd try it again because tomorrow I have 7 nights in a row of ER work. And then I have other things that are going to start getting in my way. So I thought I would try a second live stream, see how well it goes and how much you all like it. I've given some thought to a lot of different things. I've given some thought to how we're going to run the giveaways and how we're going to start using the dice. And I'm still waiting for Backyard Bullion to go ahead and send me the dice and other products that I have asked him to make for me. But we'll see how that goes. So, if this turns out to be, what everybody likes, we'll do more of it. And if not, we'll change it up some. I'll put that to the side. That was from last visit. Thank you for hitting the likes. And, I might periodically have to take a moment or two because Tiger Paws has a little trouble working the finger pad on the laptop. But welcome everyone. Hopefully we'll have a good time and we'll go from there, and hopefully some people come and join us. So, if you have anything you want to talk about, anything that is on your mind, please let me know. I still haven't done a whole lot of my unboxing because wifey has given me chores to do. And I'm surprised she didn't show up yet. So, let me put that to the side. That was also from last week. So let me show you a little bit of something that I got in the meantime. I had a little bit of fun. But like I said, I'm just still catching up from being away for about 3 weeks. And I went ahead and got 26 of the crowned Britannias with Chucky. It's not the typical crowned ones that you always seen. Those are nice. I like them, but not as much as I wanted to stack on Britannias. But I wanted to go ahead and include that. If you've seen some of my videos, they have a double capsule. These double capsules have gone well with the Fenrir and Fafnir. Turns out they also fit really well for the Britannias. And there goes my refrigerator again. But this goes really well with the Britannias. I have one set with Chucky not crowned, which it's kind of weird for him to not be crowned and the mom to be crowned. So decided I was going to, when I found that these ones did come out like that. Thank you, Tuli. When I found that these ones did come out with the crowning. Oh, let me see something here. Tell me, does this light work better, or does this light work better? The first one or the second one? Or is there no difference? First, in your opinion, Brother Rat. Okay. Welcome, Willis. Share the first again. Okay, this one's the second lighting. This one is the first lighting. Okay, it's a little silent. I'm waiting. It was only the first lighting, so this one's better. Okay, good. Okay, so hey, DM McDowell, welcome. Okay, it's kind of unanimous. Everyone likes it better this way. Okay, so I have double capsules. I didn't know you could buy them. Tuli put me onto that. That girl's like seriously on it. So I decided, hey, we can use these for more than the Fenrir and Fafnir. And I bought some extras. And when Charles got to be king, I made a double. And then I thought, you know, he doesn't look good without a crown. And then when he got the crown, I said, okay, I'm going to buy that, but I didn't want the ones that did not have a Britannia backing, which I'll show you here in a second. Let me totally encapsulate this. I think that looks so much better, mother and son, don't you? And now they're both crowned. And Tuli got some excellent pickups with Crown Charles on it. I just wasn't so much into that so much as I just wanted to stay with matching Britannias. I might change my mind later. I usually do. But I thought I'd share that with you because I was so tickled to get that as a pickup. Got that from Monument Metals. And what did I pay for them? This was back in July 20th. I got them for $32.54. So considering the time frame, I thought I did pretty good. And I had to wait for them because they were a pre-order, but hey, that's okay. And there's the tubes. And there's Chucky. So that'll go in my Britannia box. This will make me 6 tubes of Britannias. This one with Chucky. Hey, I like the double capsule too, brother. It's not a bad idea to go buy the Fenrir and Fafnir double capsule. Evidently, you can find a lot of them on eBay. Is where I found mine. I, you know, Tuli was kind enough to get me one, and then I went ahead and found it on eBay and bought a few extras. Thought, I'm going to use these in the future. For what? I don't know. Ike's girl. Hey, how you doing today? What's HAGD? I'm really bad with those initials. That's not my normal thing. Oh, by the way, Ice Girl, you and all the other winners, your winnings have been put in the post office earlier today. So they'll get there whenever the post office takes it, but they've been handled. So just wanted to share that with you. But no, I had some pickups that I wanted to do unboxings for, but I was away for 3 weeks, and I don't want to do just straight unboxings. I want to do some other things too. But unfortunately, we also run we're turning our backyard into a little tiny homestead, a little tiny farm, if you will. And I got to help out here periodically, so I can't do as much YouTube as I want to. But, by the way, how's everybody doing today? I'm talking about me. How are you? Seven Stacks, how you doing? Well, I've been thinking about what we're going to do. Oh, that's awesome, DMC. Hey, Brother Rhett, nice to know you're doing good too, and you too, Seven. I've been thinking a lot about how we're going to do the dice until I learn. Angel, what's up, girlfriend? How you doing? How you like my wheel of names? Real high tech. What you think? Well, to bring you up to speed, I thought, well, how am we going to do this? And to bring you all up to speed, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I moved the tiger dice back. I gotta go get those. Basically, I thought as a trial, when I ask a question, either the winner of the question can either take their winnings, or maybe if they want to roll against the dice, for the time being until I figure out better rules, if you get one of the eyes of the snake, one of the eyes of the tiger, you can add on to your winnings. So let's say you win a dime or a quarter, and you want to go ahead and roll against the dice. If you get 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can take up to 4 or 5 times whatever you want. So what do you think? Is that a good way to start until we figure out better rules? Anybody got any better ideas? Okay, silence. No problem. It's your channel. You can do whatever you want. I know. However, I like to, until I get to learn how to do things like the wheel and Nightbot, I had to come up with something that would entertain people, allow them to feel part of the channel, and I thought this wouldn't be a bad idea. So that's kind of what I came up with. Let me go with those charts. Is it Rig Nation proof? I'm part of the Rig Nation. What do you think? We've been trying to recruit Tuli, but she wants to be opposite. Bless her heart. I don't know why she wants to be opposite. It's fun being part of the Rig Nation. Went down the wrong pipe. No, that's not moonshine. I don't know where Ray Bar is. Oh, Tuli's giving me the look. Bless your heart. So let me get those tiger dice. I meant to get those. Okay, I'm back. I'm in trouble now. You darn tootin' I am. Okay, as I mentioned before, got those from JM Bullion. With the tiger face on it. You know, it's worse than being on Tuli's bad side, being on Wifey's bad side. You know, it's worse than being on Wifey's bad side, being on both Tuli's and Wifey's bad side, because they talk to each other. So I gotta behave myself. So, as I mentioned before, I'm waiting for Backyard Bullion to go ahead and send me my silver dice. So what we're planning on doing is I'm going to combine those into this cup so no one can claim rigged, and then roll it. So let's say we got someone who answers a question and roll the dice and they win a quarter or a dime, whatever. And this is what they roll. Well, if they roll a 1 or one of the eyes, they get to keep Taming the Tiger. That ain't so hard. That's not so easy to do, 7 stacks. Tiger's a little bit ornery from time to time. Don't tell anyone. So let's say someone wins their winnings. If they get nothing, then they lose it. However, if they want to roll the dice. If they don't want to roll the dice, they can keep what they want. Let's say they rolled the 1, they get to keep it, or maybe they rolled the tiger face, the tiger eyes. They get to keep it. But for every one that they get past, I don't know about emojis yet, Angel. That's one of the many things I've got to learn how to do. But believe it or not, my brother-in-law, bless his heart, he lives in Ukraine, and God help them. And for those of you who don't know that, my wife is from Ukraine. Her family's out there. My brother's in a city that gets bombed nearly every day. So if you can have your heart set in place to make a prayer for the citizens that need to be saved from this horrendous war that's way too inappropriate, it would be grateful. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So if a person wins something, and let's say they get an extra eye, the eye of the tiger, snake eye, maybe they get more than one. And if they get all 4, they get to keep and duplicate or triplicate or whatever they get to multiply their winnings. So if they won a dime and they only got 1 of the eye, then they get to keep. If they got nothing, then they lose it. If they get 2, then they double. 3, they triple. 4, they quadruple. And if they get nothing, then they lose their winnings, or they don't have to play to the dice at all. What do you think? Fair idea? Not a fair idea. Not as fun as Angel kicking me off the wheel, though. That's silent. Okay, Brother Rat, sounds good. Thank you. So, let me go with something pretty easy then. Just for a dime, what country was Nikolai Tesla from? Anybody? Everybody has a chance if RH isn't here. That guy's amazing. Tuli gets it for a dime. No, not checked. Tuli actually got it. So, Tuli wins a dime. Now, Tuli gets a chance to choose. Does Tuli want to roll the dice, or does Tuli want to keep what she's got? It's up to you, Tuli. Oh, I can bet that's not fun, Angel. I bought a lot of different countries from you and Keith, and I'm waiting for me to go ahead and do the same thing. Not fun. Speaking of which, okay, I'll explain the rules here again in a second. Speaking of which, Angel, I just opened up the box that had the almost 1/4 ounce of gold from Russia. I've got to get it around to labeling it and then putting it in the gold stack. But wow, that was a lot of fun getting that, and that was during the Soviets' times. Previously, I bought some gold from you that was during the Tsar's time. So let me go through the rules here again, Tuli. Yeah, I get a lot of interesting things. I don't always stick to the traditional stuff. Depends on the mood. Plus the price. Okay, so you got 4 dice in there. Okay, in the future, this will be replaced with silver dice that's being made by Backyard Bullion. So when you get a 1 and 2 ones, they're considered snake eyes. So usually that means you lose. And if you remember the movies, like the Rocky movies, they talk about the eye of the tiger. So I've thought about a lot of different types of rules to run with the dice. But in this case, if I'm going to go with something simple until we figure out something else. Thank you, DMC. So if you win, you can choose to either A, not roll the dice and keep what you won. If none of them come up with the eyes, the snake eyes, or eye of the tiger, or both, then you lose what you won. If you get one of the eyes, whether it be snake or tiger, you keep what you won. If you get 2 of the eyes, you double what you won. 3 of the eyes, you triple what you won. All 4, you quadruple what you won. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. going to check my speed on my computer, see if anybody's answering. Okay, no, it's caught up. So you said to roll the dice, but I'm going to double check that with you. Correct. Correct. And if it seems like no one wins anything, then I might change the rules a little bit. Because I don't want people to not feel like they're going to... We'll just do this for funsies. In this case, you would win nothing. This is for funsies. In fact, I've not even done this until just now, so let's just go ahead and... I can understand that. I'm better at blackjack. Okay, so second run for funsies, you would win nothing. That doesn't seem really fair. No, especially if you're trying to make it. This one will be for fun. Okay, yeah, stacked against you. I didn't think about that. That's really not fun. It's not like Angel's wheel where she kicks you off the wheel. She loves to do that to me. I won the last time. I couldn't believe it. I started having chest pain. Okay. You know, if this keeps doing it this way, I might just change the rules a little bit. Okay, we're not going to do that. Let's do it this way. If you win what you win. If you get an eye, you double. If you get 2 eyes, you triple. If you get 3 eyes, you quadruple. If you get 4 eyes, you quintuple. That seems to be a little bit more fair. Until such time as I learn how to run the wheel, and then I can kick Angel off my wheel. Imagine that. Don't tell her I said that. She loves kicking me off the wheel. So this one is not for funsies. You want me to roll the dice, Tuli? Do you want to keep what you got? In this case, you can't lose. Roll 3 shakes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you get to keep what you won. I know you love kicking me off the wheel, Angel, and to be honest with you, that's why I buy the giveaways for the wheel. You know, because I'm usually exhausted, and I can't pay attention. So I go back to your live stream later and watch you kick me off the wheel when I can pay attention and laugh, laugh, laugh. But, wow, I couldn't believe I won last time. That was a scream. So Tuli gets a dime. Now, I'll give you a different example. For a quarter. What did Nikola Tesla's dad do for a living? And the harder the question, the more you could win if you get it right. You're welcome, Tuli. Jeff Tuli Tiger Thomas. Man, I love that name. I didn't know we had a child. Oh, who said that? Don't tell wifey I said that. Okay, Pete Clark. Got it. Pete got you beat, unfortunately, Tuli, but he got you beat. So, do you want to roll the dice? Okay. Now, if it seems I'm losing a lot of money, then we'll go back to the original plan. So you get a quarter. Yeah, they've got, from what I've seen, they got a nice store. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but so basically, by the way, if you hear dogs in the background, that's my wife's business. She is a professional dog trainer and breeder. And for those of you who like dog videos and dog training, if you look at my front page to the website, it's up in the right upper hand corner, Dog World and You. If you click it, hey D McCoy, if you click it, you'll be taken right to her. She is an awesome trainer. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe to her. Jeff, I don't know. Maybe yes. No, just make sure you're good to mom. You're welcome, Pete. So let me show you some of the other things that I've recently picked up. Now, Tuli, you are the Canada aficionado. You know all about Canadian. I won these, or no, I think I buy it now these at Coin Crew. I got 3 of them. There you go, Tuli. So, those are Canadian, I don't know, half dollars, quarters, dimes. And I think they're made of, this one's 1967. And I picked that up at Coin Crew as a buy it now. And I don't know much about Canada stuff. But I did get, no, I got 4 of them. 1967 and 64 and another 64. So I'll need to do some research to find out how much silver is in them. You know, unless you already know, Tuli, you can clue me in. I'm kind of clueless about that. But I don't know what to put in my spreadsheet because I don't know what's actually in them. 1.16 ounces of which coin, Tuli? Yeah, they are nice sets. Angel and Keith were very good to me, letting me get 4 of them, knowing they were selling to someone who is not as knowledgeable as they are. But I had a good time doing it. See above. Okay. The sleeve is a hole. Oh. You see here. Okay. So the whole sleeve is 1.16 ounces. This one's a 1964. Amazing how Elizabeth has changed over the years, don't you think? I might have to put some new lines on my spreadsheet for these things. And then I got from Coin Crew also this, shoot, what do you call it? Mexicano, I think it's an un peso, which I have to look up. Well, you and Keith and Angel will be more knowledgeable on that than I am. But we'll get there. By the way, I stopped at the pawn shop today. Craig, welcome. I stopped at the pawn shop today and got some really cool stuff. What's that? Does anybody know? Yes, NRA ASE 2016, signed by the president of the NRA at that time. There's only there's only 200 of these in the world. Not the ASE, but the sign part, the the casing. I got it at a really good price. Do you know how much these are going for? Yes, it's in MS-70. Long lived. How you doing? These are going for in 2018 in the $300. Not many people have them, Craig. This is there's 200 of them, not 200 of the ASEs, 200 of the signed ones. This is not a duplicate. This is an original. There's only 200 originals. And I got it for a real good price. A 2018, they were going for in the 300s. I've just recently had it found on the internet. They're now going into the 700s. And I got it for 200 at the pawn shop. And she didn't raise the price on me. She actually held that for me. That was very nice of her. So when I told you that not all pawn shops are garbage. This pawn shop, she actually knows what she's doing with coins, but she is amazing. And this one I got from Coin Crew, a 1/10 Britannia. That'll go into my stack. And this I got at the pawn shop, a 1/4 gold, but it's a panda bear with the baby, which you should have seen on my short video. So I've been away for a while, but things have been piling up. And I didn't really want to do unbox after unbox after unbox. I think that probably bore everyone. But, I went ahead and did that. Although Coin Crew did allow me to buy a tube of Type 2 silver eagles. With the price that was coming down, it was awesome. Awesome price at that time. That's true, Pete. Always nice to increase the stash. It was $33 each. And I'm seeing the prices come down even further since then. But it allows me to put another tube into what is to be the fulfilled monster box in the future. You can see I've got more of the silver eagles and about equivalent amount of silver maples, and I'm a little behind on my Britannias. Yeah, prices have gotten to be a lot better than what they were, Craig. They definitely have become a whole lot better. Now, I got this from Coin Crew on my most recent auction with them. I couldn't believe no one wanted this. No one was willing to bid for that. I've tried board before, but didn't stop buying. Well, yeah, I've been in those shoes too, definitely. But I can't believe that no one was willing to bid for that. And I got an American the Beautiful with the COA in the box for $190. And CC, by the way, means coin crew. And I was kind of grateful no one wanted to bid for it because they go ridiculous premiums. Only time I've ever gotten that decent of a premium was at the pawn shop about 2 years ago. I bought two of the American Silver, two of the America the Beautifuls for $170 a piece, and they didn't have a boxer COA. So I got real lucky with that. Okay, here's one for $25. What is the name of the pawn shop that I go to? Craig, I've seen those too. Yeah, Keith was a very good gentleman to let me have it at that price. Although I think he was a little disheartened to let it go at that price, and I can understand why. But there have been other times when I have overbid stuff, and I didn't mind. It supported Coin Crew, so that's that. By the way, if you haven't seen Coin Crew, go see them. They usually are on Tuesday nights and most of Saturday. They call it most of Sunday. They call it Sunday Fun Day. And sometimes, well, I'm usually always there. I'm not always awake. Was it wet with tears when you got it? You're going to have to ask Angel that. I wasn't there. But, Keith is an honorable man. When he makes a deal, he sticks by it. So, there have been times when he's quoted me stuff and he realized later he didn't quote me the right amount. I remember the first big dealing I dealt with him. I bought some of the 5-ounce, that sounds about right, Licks. Is it Licks or Leaks? I think it would be Licks. Anyway, Coin Crew are good people. Bought from them before. Yeah, they're a good group to buy from. And he is very honorable with what he does. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying, one of my very first dealings with him on a not auction was I bought some of the what do you call them? The Awakening series. Couldn't find to complete my 5-ounce series. I had a complete five series for 2 ounces, but not for the 5. And he quoted me a price, and then he went online and looked at it and says, "Oh, I underbid myself." And I thought, I guess he kind of did. And I said, "Well, that's what I quoted you, so that's what we'll stick by." So I had 2 extras of 2 the different type, 2 ounces, 2 different pictures on them. And I said, I'm not going to sell you these. I'm just going to give them to you to offset the cost that you gave me a really good deal on. And that's what I did. And I think that's one of the first times when Angel and Keith learned that I was an honorable person. Don't tell anybody. Anyway, anybody get the name of the pawn shop so far? Okay, well, we'll go on from there. Thank you, Craig. I was thinking about certain things. This one's for a quarter, and then the next one's going to be harder. Can you name me? And you're not going to get the correct answer, but I'll give a quarter to the semi-correct answer. Can you name me the actor that played Superman for the first time on any film, TV, movie, etc.? No answer so far? Okay, I'll wait. So anyway, I just thought I'd run that in there just to test the water, so to say, and we can go on from there. Another pickup that I got was go further, D. Jeff Tuli, Tiger Thomas. That was going to be the answer to the very next question. Okay. Do you know the story behind Kirk Allen? George Reeves was the second one, DMC. But most people don't know Kirk Allen. Well, I was expecting most people to get George Reeves. And I'll give that to you since that's what I was expecting. DMC McDowell. But Kirk Allen was the very first one on any sort of film. And let me see here. I don't want to mess that up. Jeff Tuli, Tiger Thomas. Okay. This one I might go with a dime. What type of film, movie, etc.? You're welcome, DMC. Was Kirk Allen in? Was it movie, TV, or something else? And if that's something else, what was the something else? Okay. No Silver Serpent. TV did not exist at that time. Christopher Reeve came in the 1970s. George Reeve started with a movie that was then used in a episode, a split episode. No, not the ballet, not silent film, but you're getting somewhere in the middle. You went a little too far. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Before television. Hey, freaking awesome. Pete Clark. There you go, Serial. All right. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, they were black and white. And we'll get there. I completely lost my train of thought. DMC, do you want to roll the dice for the for your answer? DMC, you want me to roll the dice for your answer? Okay. You got one die, so you'll double it. You'll get a quarter times 2. And Jeff Tuli Tiger Thomas, do you want me to roll the dice for yours? You know nothing about who? You know nothing about Kirk Allen? Now, I'll tell you here in a second. And you keep what you got. And like I said, if it turns out I lose a lot of money in this, then we'll change it to the old rules where you lose if you don't get an eye. But I think this is more fair, especially early on. All right. Pete Clark, do you want me to roll the dice on yours? Okay, you get 1. That means you double up on your dime. Got to take Craig. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you, Craig. Come back if you can. You leaving too freaking awesome? Nope. Maybe he was a vaudeville entertainer, but basically the story is this. In the days before television, people would go to the movies and pay a dime or a quarter or whatever the going rate was. And they would sit in the movies and watch that week's episode of the serial. Ergo the reason cereals. You know, that's spelled the way it was, unlike the cereal that you eat for breakfast. So they would go and watch their favorite shows and then go do what they want to do the rest of the day. So therefore the name cereals. So continuing on with that question, what was there's 2 Kirk Allen cereals. Nickelodeons? Well, that was in the times of Nickelodeons. The only Nickelodeon I know of is the children's show. You're welcome, DMC. So, 1948 was the first Kirk Allen Superman. 1950 was the second Kirk Allen Superman. The same year, 1950, George Reeves started a movie that later became a split episode during the first season of The Adventures of Superman on television. For a quarter each. What is the name of the first and the second Kirk Allen Superman films? And you don't have to name the episodes, just the general overall. Also on the board is still the name of my pawn shop, so if anyone knows that, that works. The Sentinel, nope, that's not it. Okay, no problem. I did pick some hard ones. I did pick some hard ones. Let me make one easy for you. Have to cover that up. For a dime, what country made this coin? Dale M. According to my screen, that you're the first one to get it. So, do you want me to roll the dice? Hello, Lisa. Pete Clark are related to Clark Kent. Okay. And you keep what you got. Any answer on the two names to the movie? Your uncle. All right. For a quarter. For a quarter. Okay, Pete Clark, you got one of them. Superman, it's actually Superman versus Atom Man. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And that would be Pete Clark. It's not Atom Man versus Superman, but I'll give it to you. It's Superman versus Atom Man. For another dime, who was Atom Man in that cereal? And still on the table. And by the way, Atom Man was the second one, 1950. So on the table right now, that isn't answered is, what is the name of my pawn shop? Who was the Atom Man in the 1950s Superman serial? And what was the name of the first serial in 1948? Now that I've got that out, Pete, do you want me to roll again? Oh, no, not quite. That's okay. I get a lot of background noise too freaking awesome. And you keep what you got. And if that gets to be really hard, I'll move those over to quarters if they're really that hard. Because, you know, the harder one should come with the higher reward. Let's see here. Trying to come up with another question for you. Lyle Talbot. Okay. Come on. Keep giving me that answer. I'm kind of wondering if you give me the. Okay, I'll give you that is the actor. I'll give you that's the actor. And okay, I really wasn't looking at that as a possible answer, but that's okay. That's how I worded the question. So I'll give you that, Lyle. Licks, no, I'm looking at auctions later. I got some issues. First, I'm having my accountant look into getting me an LLC. So if there's any issues, then the LLC is responsible rather than me personally. 2, they're looking into making sure West Virginia does not have a problem with online auctioning. 3, I want an EIN number. 4, I want a bank account that's attached to the EIN number. And 5, I want an email that has the company name, not my personal information. When I get those done, well, not exactly, Jeff. What we're doing here is if I kind of up the ante. Last time we just did questions, and if you won, you got it. This one, and I didn't really put it so that you lose what you win, because I didn't think that was fair. But you can double or triple or quadruple, whatever, what you win based upon how many eyes you get. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate that, long lived. I find that if you don't know what you're doing, it's better to get someone who does know what they're doing. So, hey, Kitten, welcome. So basically, I'll give that Lyle Talbot to you, Pete. And you want me to roll the dice another time? Is that a yes or a no? Okay. And you double. Lex Luthor, there you go, Brother Rat. At the person underneath the lead mask was Lex Luthor. What are you feeling guilty about, Pete? There's nothing to feel guilty about. We're all friends here. So, Brother Rhett, do you want me to go ahead and roll the dice? Okay. And you keep what you got. No, Lex Luthor was under the mask of Adam Man, and for a number of episodes, you didn't know who it was. And then later on, you find out it's Lex Luthor. You're welcome, brother. So, basically, the story unfolds that, it's now Lex Luthor, and now you realize he's not only against someone he didn't know who it was, but now it's his arch nemesis. Even back then, he was his arch nemesis. So, if you ever get a chance to watch the old stuff, it's amazing how much they made with low tech, like me. Okay, for another dime. This one should be easy. What's that? You're welcome, Brother Rat. Does anybody know what that is? Go a little further. Tuli, you're almost there. What's it supposed to represent? No, not a raccoon or a panda. Yes. No, not a Cub Scouts round. Not a bear cub, so to say. Baseball team, got it. The Cubs. I thought someone would get that a whole lot faster. I got that from T the Silver Stalker, Silver Stag. Don't you tell him I said Silver Stalker. Thank you, Tuli. The Tigers prefer you too. But I got that from T the Silver Stacker's auction not so long ago. Thought that'd be a good one. So let me get this. Okay. Let me roll it, Tuli? Waiting for Tuli's answer. 3 shakes roll. And Tuli gets 1, so that doubles. Okay. So, while I'm thinking about some other things, wanted to give you an idea of what I have planned for the future. Now that I've had 2 live streams in which at least one person per live stream has asked me about auctions. And I did talk to my accountant, and she did give me the answers that I told you. So, just to give you an idea. I am toying with the idea of doing auctions. I won't be as consistent as, say, Coin Crew or Stormy or anybody else because of my job. My job does interfere with my personal life, and it's going to be kind of hit and miss. I'm toying with the idea of a spider was creeping under his bed. Huh? Okay. Don't quite get that. But let me show you what I've got planned. And of course, you can all give me some suggestions on what you think you'd like to see. As some of you may know, I have a collection of animal rounds and coins. In the future, I plan to put them on the table when I do different, whether it's a live stream, an auction, a video. And I've even toyed with the idea that if I've accidentally bought extra, then I'll maybe put some of those up for auction in the future. That's getting a little heavy. And I've also got a building box of things for auction. And different things that you might like. So, just in case you're interested in anything in the future, this is building. Oh. For one dime, for one dime, name me the actor that played in that TV show. Burt Ward, good going, D. And in that same TV show, what actor played that character? Lisa B. Where you been at, Lisa? Now, here's an interesting thing about Cesar Romero. Oh, not that. Heath Ledger came way later. What did Cesar Romero... Your dad played cards with who, Lisa? Can't wait for it to find that answer. You're joking. Are you pulling my leg? I love that man in all of his work. Okay, Lisa, you might know this one. For a quarter, what would Cesar Romero not get rid of? Is that true, Jeff Tuli Tiger Thomas? He founded Little Caesars? Is that true? D, got it. And did you see his mustache on Batman? Is that your answer, Tuli? No. Okay. Did you see his mustache? A little bit. That is not the first time Cesar Romero had his mustache covered up. There was another show, he also had makeup on the similar thing, like a Joker, clown, whatever. Another TV show, he played Itch, Found Little Caesars. What's Itch? I don't think you guys are going to get this, so I'm going to make it for a quarter. I'm going to make this for a quarter. What TV show before Batman did Cesar Romero have his mustache covered up similar to playing the Joker? I'm waiting for that answer. The Thin Man? Nope. I don't think so. I don't remember the name of the character Cesar Romero played, but he did play a character in this TV show, and he had his mustache covered up just the same as he did when he played the Joker. Nope, not Phantom. While you're thinking about that, let's roll the dice for the people who won. Okay. For Burt Ward, D. McCoy, roll the dice, yes or no? No, not the Love Boat, although I think he was on the Love Boat a couple times. I can't believe that your dad played cards with him. I'm so jealous. And you double the dimes. Lisa B., do you want me to go ahead and roll the dice for you too? I must be too old because I don't understand what's going on. Okay. Let's basically, this is a giveaway, and just for funsies, I ask some questions, and if you get the answer, then you get whatever I think is the level of the difficulty of the question. And this week, I decided I'm going to try, for the sake of funsies, to roll dice. I was originally planning, if you roll the dice and you don't get a snake eye or eye of the tiger, then you lose your winning. But I thought, yeah, if I lose a lot of money in the process, we'll install that rule. But just for now, for fun, if you don't get an eye of the tiger or an eye or a snake eye, you keep what you got. If you get one of the eyes, we just add on another one of the coins that you won. Okay? So let's say Lisa B., for answering Cesar Romero, do you want me to roll the dice? Okay. And Lisa gets 2 eyes. So she'll get three dimes. And like I said, if it turns out I'm losing a lot of money doing this, then we'll do it the other way that I originally planned. If you don't get an eye, and you choose to roll the dice, you lose the winning. And if you get one eye, you keep what you got. You get two eyes, you double, and so forth and so on. But, being that I'm still learning how to work this, I would rather play it in your favor, not in my favor. Okay? That way we can all have fun and people don't think like they're getting rigged. Okay. On Cesar Romero's mustache, D. McCoy, roll the dice? Yes or no? Okay. And you just keep what you got. Okay. Does anybody ever came up with the name of my pawn shop? That's still out there? Also, what show did Cesar Romero show up on where he also hid his mustache the same way as he did playing the Joker? Thank you. Appreciate it, D. Good. I'm glad you understand. While you guys are thinking about that, well, that might be without his mask in that film, but this is not a film. This is a TV show. It's an episode of a TV show. I'll give you a hint. He played a clown. I'll give you a second hint. He played a clown that got himself into trouble. Where was I at? Okay. For a dime. What does Burt Ward do that makes money? I'm talking about current day. Well, he does go to Comic Cons. That's true. That is true, and I'm sure he does make money at it. But I'm talking about on an everyday basis. You must be talking about Cesar Romero on that question. The Man Who Laughs. That might be the name of the episode, but I was actually wanting the name of the TV show. No, it wasn't The Twilight Zone. It wasn't Firefighter. Hope you come back, freaking awesome. And when I get my everything in order for auctions, I don't mind doing those in the future. Nope. What was Man Who Laughs? Let me look here. Okay. Let me see if I can give you. Nope, it's not going to give me the picture, is it? I'll give you. That is Cesar Romero playing the clown. Aspiring alchemist, welcome. Okay, maybe I'll raise that up in value. We'll raise this up to 2/4 or a half. If anyone can give me the, there you go, Silver Serpent. You got the name of the pawn shop. Awesome. So Silver Serpent, do you want me to run the dice? Brother Rat, Bonanza, got it. Brother Rat, do you want me to roll the dice? I'm Silver Serpent. And you keep what you got. Okay, now, Brother Rat, you got the Bonanza. Question, did you get that before or after I upped the ante? I wasn't sure when you heard the question. Was that before or after I upped the ante? Okay, all right, thank you. I hate to cheat people or even be perceived that way. Okay. Do you want me to roll the dice? Okay. And you keep what you got. Okay. I didn't plan on going down the old school superheroes pathway with you all, but it just kind of rolled off my tongue. So I just wanted to share that with you. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about, or do I just keep on doing what I'm doing? Anything that anyone there wants for me to cover? How do you feel about this so far with the rolling of the dice until I learn how to do other things such as wheel and Nightbot and all that stuff? You're welcome, Brother Rat. Clown Prince of Crime. Yes, that's what the Joker is known as, one of his alternate names. The Clown Prince of Crime. Actually, to be honest with you, they were... Oh, thank you, Brother Rat. To be honest with you, they were so much nicer in the 60s. Absolutely so much nicer in the 60s. And it was lighter hearted. It was a parody on cartoons and comic books. It wasn't as dark. Yeah, I kind of thought it was kind of unique also. Well, since you're new to the program here, let me bring you up to speed so far. I bought from JM Bullion 2 tiger dice, 1 ounce of silver each. I also bought from Backyard Bullion in England, 1 ounce of silver per dice also, but they're going to be regular as I understand it, like this. And then I thought, I'm low tech until I learn how to be bigger tech. And, 2 on the dice, or 1 per die, is called snake eyes. And wifey was born the year of the snake. I was born the year of the tiger. And I thought, well, how am I going to use that since I don't know how to run Nightbutt and all that other stuff? And this kind of started developing. And there's other rules that can be made up for it, but I just thought of something simple right now. And basically, the original thing I was trying, Aspiring Alchemist, is if someone wins a dime or a quarter on a question, we roll the dice, and if you get nothing, then you lose your winnings. But I thought, everybody's going to lose. It's not as much fun for people. That might be considered rigged. So I thought, that doesn't seem fair, especially early on. So I changed the rules within 5 minutes. You're the monkey. Awesome. I love monkeys. And my son, bless his heart, he used to go in this little fantasy world of his where, because life was pretty tough. I got divorced and it was pretty rough on him. He would go in this little fantasy world where he believed he was a monkey and he welcomed everyone to the jungle. It had nothing to do with what I'm doing now. This has been completely unexpected and unfolded the way it did. But when you said you're the monkey, that took me back. And we get back to the dice. So if you win, if you get an... Oh, you are, Pete? Welcome. Say hello to Brother Rat. If you get an Eye of the Tiger or Snake Eyes, you just double, triple, quadruple, or quintuple what you win until I see if this works really well. And if I lose a lot of money on this, then we'll go... Thank you, I appreciate that. So then we'll go to, if you don't get anything, no eye, you lose what you choose to, what you won on the question on. But, I didn't think that was fair, especially early on. So I didn't want to do that. Anyway, by the way, if you win, you... Oh, Christopher, awesome. You must be my relative. So if you win, you go ahead and email me. The email is in the descriptions and on the front of my channel. I'm still learning, and that's when I'm on my wife's good side. Is that the truth? Yeah, every 12 years. I'm 1962. You're 1974. My grandson is 2022. So he's Year of the Tiger also. My son was Year of the... Ooh, sorry. Need more caffeine. My son was born Year of the Rooster. No nasty comments, okay? So anyway, 1968, and that was Year of the Monkey. Awesome. So basically, that's how this all started rolling about. And, oh yeah, I remember where I left off. If you win, send me an email. I'm not going to email you back. There's a reason. I am having trouble creating an email that does not have my real name. But my accountant has promised me that she is going to get me an email with my real name, plus the LLC, plus an EIN number. Then I get a bank account number, and we can then do auctions and other sorts of stuff. But I have so much fun being on a live stream with everyone else, I decided, hey, I'm going to do my own thing in the meantime. We'll just do giveaways, get to know each other, let you all get to see who and what I'm about. Have you politely ignore the dogs. My wife is a professional dog trainer and breeder. She is amazing. And when you get to the front page where you see the banner, it says Tiger Stacker. Off in the right corner is a link to hers. All right, D, another relative. You know, click the Dog World and you. Please, if you like dogs and you like videos about dogs, she has a really good channel. It is newer, and she hasn't posted in a little bit because she's been helping me. Well, as far as I need a cowboy round. Don't we all? I only got a small amount. I want to buy more cowboy rounds, but then I see tiger rounds. Oh, in case you didn't catch it from the last live stream, I bought 5 coins of 4 different types of tiger coins or rounds, or 20 in total, that I'll be setting up for giveaways. Right? When I get to 500 subscribers, I'll give away 2 tiger rounds. And when I start getting higher numbers on the view hours, and the view hours, then I'll go ahead and give away 2 more ounces of silver. And when I get to 2,000 hours, again 2 more. And then when we get to 3,000 hours, I'll give away 3 ounces of silver. Just so that you'll see I'm serious. By the way, the people from last live stream who got the answers correct, your winnings were placed in the post office about noontime today, a little bit before noon. So if you gave me the correct address, I'll send it to you. This time it's going to be a little later, and here's why. Tomorrow I have 7 shifts in a row to be at the ER, and the ER is multiple hours drive away from my house. So I will get your winnings out to you. Good going, Jeff. But basically, when I get back, then I'll send out the winnings to everyone. Oh, Pete, I'm a doctor. I'm actually board certified family medicine, but I usually have worked emergency room, but I've done other things. I've done family medicine, occupational health, nursing home, addiction medicine. I've done a whole bunch of different things. And I'm in the process of trying to negotiate getting a different contract. Let's see here, what was that said? Used to be a nanny for an ER doctor. Oh, thank you. Thank you, aspiring alchemist. Oh, D. McCoy, shame on you. You never mention the Q word. Never mention the Q word. Because the opposite happens. You never mention the Q word. You never mention the S word. I used to think it was just superstition. But it's true. You mention the Q word, you mention the S word, and the opposite happens. Yes, the Q word, the opposite of loud. Never say it. You never say the S word, which is the opposite of busy. You never say it. So if we get killed, those ER nurses are coming after you, buddy, not me. And let me tell you, bunch of mad nurses. I thought that was just the engineering world. No, no, D. I worked in an ER once, not far from here, where they had other superstitions. And one of their superstitions was you never opened up an orange while you were on duty. You can open up the orange at home and bring it with you in a Tupperware bowl or Ziploc baggie or something, but you never did it on duty. Oh, let me tell you, you do not want the nurses mad at you. You know, they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That ain't nothing to a bunch of nurses who are mad at you all at the same time. You wish you had one woman scorned on you when you got a bunch of nurses all at you. Not fun. So I opened up 3 clementines. Oh, we believe in the full moon issue too. But I opened up 3 clementines near the end of my shift. And a nurse threw a Sharpie marker, about a thick one, about the size of this coin holder, hit me right in the forehead with it. It hurt like crazy. And before I left, we had 1 code. After I left, they had 2 more codes. When I came back to duty, guess who they were mad at? My name was Mud. Never on purpose tick off your nurses, and find out what the superstitions are and don't cross them. It's not worth it. Bad for business. No good. So let's see here. They have year of the 5 elements of tiger wood. I don't know anything about that, kitten. That's something I'm really not up on. It's superstition, aspiring alchemist. Total superstition. But in that ER, that superstition turned out to have some validity. My name was Mud. And then all of a sudden the nurses were at me like that. No good. I don't ever want to go through that again. Never say the Q word, never say the S word. And in that ER, do not open up citrus fruit. An earth element monkey. It's like not taking bananas when you go fishing. Is that a superstition, Pete? I didn't know that. I mean, if there's a superstition about bananas and fishing, I didn't know about that. I wouldn't mind going fishing. I just don't do it that often. Fishing and hunting. I would love to do that, but I'd rather have a buddy I do it with. Doing it by myself, not even fun. You know, it's just definitely not fun. So, let's see here. I'm planning a video. You love both. You love both what, Tuli? Hold on. Let me change my computer from talk chat to live chat. Okay, that hopefully will fix everything. I'm so low tech, I'm using the iPhone to do the video and using my computer over there as if I had some sort of connection with a real camera like what the big boys do. You love both of what, Tuli? Okay. Well, I'll wait for that answer. I also picked this up at Coin Crew. Fishing and hunting. Oh my goodness. Where are you at in my life, girlfriend? I don't have anybody to do that with. And especially the hunting part. That's dangerous, especially if you're by yourself. Something happens, and you got no cell signal. How are you going to get home or hospital? Anyway, I bought this at Coin Crew, and I thought about taking them out of the capsules. Coin Crew doesn't like the idea, and here's why. They say it's going to lose value. I have a bunch of what I call non-striateds. If you look at the coins, the newer ones, the old ones, they don't have any of the striations. The older ones, or the newer ones, have the striations. The older ones don't. And I'm going to show you a video in the future where I've used striations as a way of verifying. I'm not going to give all the outs to it yet, and I don't even know if it really works or if it's just an observation I made, but I'm going to do that a little bit later. But I have tubes labeled with no striations in the years they were in, and tubes that do have the striations in them, and I don't break them down as whether or not it was before the mint shield or after the mint shield. I just broke them down whether they have striations or not. Similarly, I broke down the Type 1s and Type 2s American Silver Eagles. So if I ever needed to get one for whatever reason, I can identify them from the top. Yeah. Let me go ahead and cover that one. I showed all of you earlier, although I can't find the double capsule. It's somewhere here. There it is. The new Britannia, this time with a crowned Chucky. With a crown Chucky. And I have a double capsule with Chucky not crowned, but I wanted one with them crowned, and I didn't want to have to buy that other type because then I'll start collecting something else. So then I got myself a tube of 25 with crown Chucky, which I'm going to put in my monster box over there. But Coin Crew talked me out of opening this up, and to be honest with you, it's not a bad idea because that would start another non-striated tube, and off would go the OCD, and then I'd have to go ahead and start, collecting a whole bunch of these, which is not cheap to find them. So there you go. Anyway, what dog food did? Never mind. Let's see here. I would keep it sealed. Yeah, I would too. All right. We got Bonanza. We got. I think we got all the questions answered so far. I went ahead and was talking with my son about maybe all my chuckles are not crowned. Dude, Monument Metals. Monument Metals. I went ahead and saw that they had them. I ordered 26 of them because once they're in a tube, they stay in the tube and they stay hidden away. If I want to look at something, they'll either go into a single capsule or in this case, a double capsule. I stole Lizzie out of one of her tubes so that I could have mother and son kind of looking at each other, which that's kind of nice. Mother and son. It's a whole lot nicer than, well, let me pull this one out. I got this with Coin Crew also. Then the Britannia with Chucky not crowned. Oh, Pete, trust me, you can get double capsules. Tuli put me on that. I was looking, I'd bought, I think it was 2 Fenrirs, or maybe it was 2 Fafnirs. And Tuli's kind enough to send me a double capsule off of, I think, eBay, and I started looking for them. I bought myself like 5 of them as just in cases. And then I thought, you know, I'm going to put mother and son together. That's kind of nice. And then I started thinking, you know, mom's got a crown, son doesn't have a crown. That's really kind of not so much fun. And then when they came out with the coronation ones, I'm like, okay, I like those, but they don't have the crown for him. Yeah, they are kind of cool, Christopher. You can find them on eBay. They're not that much. I think $9, $10, something like that. That might be true too for the 2023s. I'm just not big into that because I'm not big into the American Mint. I have one of the Fafnir twins, so I got 2 Fafnir coins, but you know, 2 of them in the double capsule. I have 2 sets of the Fenrirs, the dog, but wifey stole one of them. She always does. She always steals dogs, snakes, because she was born in the year of the snake, and romance. And when I got the Lady and the Tramp coins, she kept stealing every one. I buy another one, she'd steal it. Buy another one, she'd steal it. Finally, I just begged her to let me have the ugliest one, and she did. And then I found out about the error coins. And I was lucky enough in the error coins for Lady and the Tramp to get 3 of them. I've been toying with the idea whether I should go ahead and try to get them slabbed or not. I also got 1 of the error coins for Wolverine. Those are not easy finds. So, getting back to where I was at. I was in the car with my son a few years ago, and he was telling me Halle Berry is the hottest Catwoman ever. And I said, yeah, she's hot, but she's not the hottest. And he put me to a challenge. And when he saw who I showed him, he's like, okay, I give up. So, being that I was born in 1962, can anyone take a guess who I believe is the, for a dime, is the hottest Catwoman? Dean McCoy, you got it. Julie Newmar. And she is the hottest. Okay, now for another dime, how many Catwomen were there with Adam West in his run on film? Aspiring Alchemist, 3. For a quarter, I'm writing it down so I don't forget. For a quarter, name all 3 in order. Anybody? Second, if you want them to have the dime. It was second? Aspiring Alchemist was second? Okay, hold on. On my chat, I don't see anyone above her. We were talking about Fafnir and Julie Newmar. Someone said Michelle Pfeiffer. That was Mark that said Michelle Pfeiffer. And the first one I got is Aspiring Alchemist. If you don't trust me, tell me and I'll move the camera to show it to you. Do you want me to show it to you? Well, you have one already. Pete Clark, you got it. Okay, Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, Eartha Kitt. Awesome. Good going. Okay. What, for a dime, what prompted Lee Merriweather to become famous? Lisa got it. She was Miss America. For a dime. No, it wasn't Playboy. I don't even think she even did Playboy. Although Playboy was big at that time. For a dime. Let me think here. Let's see here. For a dime. Eartha Kitt exactly made a lot famous. For a dime. Eartha Kitt is well known for what song? Not on the TV show, He Never Kissed Her. Oh, they came close quite a few times. But outside, the story is Aspiring Alchemist. Got it. I don't like that song. I don't. I really don't like Santa Baby. It's about a gold digger. I mean, in today's world where they're sanctioning all this stuff that shouldn't be sanctioned, they never touch Santa Baby. Santa Baby's about a gold digger trying to entice Santa. I wonder how Mrs. Claus would feel about that. We never get that song. Yeah, I hate that song. I mean, it's a good song. It's got good lyrics and good music, and my God, Eartha Kitt can sing like there's no tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, all three women, and I, as I say this, please understand, I have not one racial bone in my body. Actually, if you want to take it a little further, I have none of those types of things. I mean, you forget about race. I married a snake. So we're not even talking about race. We're not even talking about in the same group of animals. You got a mammal that married a reptile. So why do I care about race? That's another story. All three cat women. Madonna. What about Madonna? I don't get it. All three cat women were hot. Absolutely hot. And I would have loved to have seen Adam West flirt with Eartha Kitt like he did with Lee Merriweather and with Julie Newmar. What's 100%? Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Okay. Well, knowing Madonna, she probably did sing Santa Baby. She likes those types of things. Yeah, that right there, Pete, was the very first interracial kiss. Was between Captain Kirk and Lieutenant Uhura. It nearly shut down the show. Nearly, absolutely, positively shut down the show. Yes, it was. It absolutely was. It was. No, it wasn't Search for Spock. Oh, here's one. For a dime, who was the very first captain of the Enterprise, and what was the name of the episode? It was good acting for the time, Fatty. It really was. And they did it on a very limited budget, and it was always one take. They didn't have the money to do multiple takes. No one knows? Okay. I'll give you a hint. It was the very first pilot for Star Trek. Because, no, that was the twin episode. That was the twin episode, the Menagerie, was the twin episode about, they took that one episode and turned it into two, kind of like Captain Pike, that's half the answer. I need the other part to get the dime. In fact, I'll double check just to make sure that my memory isn't faulty. Okay, I need both answers in one typing. Okay. Yes, Captain Pike, the cage. The cage was split to make two episodes, kind of like the way they did it with George Reeves, because he made a movie in 1950 that they split into two episodes in their first season. Okay, for a quarter. Christopher Pike, exactly. For a quarter. Star Trek was being pushed at that time, during the time when the Westerns were huge. They were monstrous, absolutely monstrous on TV. Almost everything was a Western, almost. And it was pushed that Star Trek would be a Western in the sky, Western of the stars. Yeah, you got it. You got it, aspiring alchemist. And they didn't get what they wanted with the cage. So, and on top of that, the actor that played Captain Pike was a good actor. He was upcoming in the industry, but his wife was not a nice person. Yeah, I'm a slow typer too, aspiring alchemist. So, but basically, it was getting close to being shut down. But the industry gave them a second chance for a second pilot. Unheard of at the time. It was the very first time that ever happened. For a quarter. Who saved Star Trek? In the 1960s, who saved Star Trek and got them that second chance for them to become what they became? I won't hold you against the misspelling. I do misspellings a lot. And she got it again. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball. She went to bat for him. Desi, not Desi Studios, Fatty. Desi Lou. That's the name of the studios, Desi Lou. And they were attached to Paramount somehow, some way, sometime, I don't remember. But that's how they did it. And Lucille Ball thought that that show was a lot better than what the bigwigs thought at that time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lucy was powerful in those days. When Lucy spoke, the industry listened. I guess it happened when you have your, yeah, Gene Roddenberry, not Rosenberry, Roddenberry. But when Lucy spoke, people listened. Yeah, and here's the funny thing about Lucy. She would always say she's not that funny. She just read her lines very well and did what she was told. But she was absolutely, essentially funny as can be. Lucy was an amazing woman, very good at being a comedian. Very good woman, very good woman. But that's not the first place I've ever seen Lucy. Not the very first place I've ever seen Lucy at all. If only she spoke out about the theme song to Bonanza, it might have had lyrics. Oh, I didn't know anything about that. Okay, where was I thinking about? Yeah, wasn't that good? Wasn't that absolutely good? Oh, Queen of Television? Yes, she was the Queen of Television. But for a dime. For a dime. This lady was Queen of Television longer than Lucy. Maybe before Lucy, maybe not. I don't think so. I think Lucy might have been up there before her. But before, who was Queen of Television, and I'll give you some hints. I'll give you some hints. She had her own TV show in the 50s. She was renowned as no, not Barbara Stanwyck. Samantha from Bewitched? No, it wasn't Elizabeth Montgomery. That was a really good actress. I think she died of cancer, God rest her soul. No, Betty White. Damn, aspiring alchemist, you're killing it. Betty White was Queen of Television. She had her own show. She was multiple different TV shows. She was part of multiple game shows. Who was her husband? I hear you, aspiring alchemist. Alan Ludden. I'll give you a dime for that, Lisa B. Oh, fatty Elizabeth Montgomery was, well, hold on a second. Elizabeth Montgomery was, oh my goodness, everybody fell in love with Elizabeth Montgomery. And then that attention got split. Oh, yes, she was. That attention got split between her and what other female, to the point where a lot of people would compare them. Barbara Eden, who got it first? Pete. You beat Aspiring Alchemist. My God, she's killing it today. Pete Clark. Yeah, she was. There was always the talk. Who's hotter? Jeannie. Yankee! I'll get those dice going right now, buddy. But there was always talk. Who was hotter? Elizabeth Montgomery, Barbara Eden. Then there was talk. Who was more powerful? Samantha or Jeannie? No one could ever give a true answer to that. Let's go with these dice here. Okay, Yankee, here's what's going on. Just to recap, the plastic dice that's in there, they're going to be replaced. Once I get my 1 ounce dice from Backyard Bullion over in England. Yeah, I had a hard time choosing 2 Aspiring Alchemist. But when I get the silver dice, these are going to get replaced. So the way I was planning on working it was someone wins. They choose to roll the dice or not. If they roll the dice and anything but eyes show up, they lose what they want. And I thought, this is a new channel. That's not fair. People are going to think it's rigged. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll do that later if I'm losing a lot of money in the process because I'm not monetized. But I thought, okay, we'll just do it this way. This way will be more fun and everyone feels like they're winning something. So if you win, say like a dime, and you get a 1. So 2 ones, it means snake eyes. So wifey was born the year of the snake. And rigged, never. Yeah, it's her time to get me. All right, we'll deal with that. And these die have a tiger in it, so you know the story about Eye of the Tiger, especially with Rocky. So I put these in there, and if you get 1 eye, we double the winning. 2 eyes, triple, quadruple, quintuple. And if I lose a lot of money in the process, then we'll just change the rules back to what I originally thought. That if you don't get if you choose to roll the dice and you don't get one of the eyes, you lose what you won. But it's kind of like, okay, Stormy. I love Stormy. I absolutely love being on his auctions, and his wheel is set up for you to lose, 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 lose. Okay, same with Guido stacking. But I really he's been around a long time. I haven't been. I haven't built a name for myself, and I didn't think that was kind of fair. So that's kind of how I did that. So let's go down here. Where did I leave off? Okay. While I'm getting ready to do this, D. McCoy for answering Julie Newmar. You want me to roll the dice? D. McCoy, do you want me to roll the dice for answering Julie Newmar? Okay. Let it roll. Okay. Okay. You keep what you got. Okay. How many Catwomen was won by Aspiring Alchemist? Roll the dice, yes or no? I know you won quite a few. You keep what you got. Okay. Lisa B. for answering Lee Merriweather, being Miss America. Roll the dice, yes or no? And you keep what you got. Eartha Kitt was answered correctly for singing Santa Baby by Aspiring Alchemist. No, you're not going to lose what you got, Aspiring Alchemist. Not at this stage. The only thing that's going to happen is either we double, triple, quadruple, or quintuple what you earned or what you won. And if I lose a lot of money doing it this way, then we will revert to if you can choose to roll the dice or not roll the dice. If you don't roll the dice, you keep what you won. If you do roll the dice and you don't get at least one eye, you lose what you got. But like I said before, I don't think that's fair, especially as a new early channel. So I didn't think that would be fair. So do you want me to roll the dice for you on Santa Baby? And you get you double what you got on Santa Baby. I had to figure out something to counteract. Yeah, this is all a testing phase, Yankee. I had to figure out something to allow me to bring fun to everybody. Well, I'm still learning how to work the techie side of everything. Oh, by the way, if you like the upgraded versions of the videos, my wife and my brother-in-law have taught me how to work some things better, like making the videos and editing them. But all the higher tech stuff is 10% wife, 90% brother-in-law. So, my hat's off to them, and they promise me to teach me more techie stuff as time goes on. Okay, going on. Captain Pike and the Cage, also Aspiring Alchemist. Roll or not? Well, I like the idea of the wheel, especially with Yankee's little wedge. There's a little wedge in the corner where it goes into, basically a vortex, a stable black hole, or a stable wormhole, if you will, from Deep Space Nine. It goes into that stable wormhole, comes out the other side. There's only one problem with that stable wormhole. It never lets Tiger win. Tiger either stops before, yeah, vortex of death. Isn't that the truth? Or go right past the wheel and it's like, boom. Tiger is either here or he's in the vortex. I never win. Never. I've never won. I've been with Yankees channel, I don't know, what, 2 years maybe? Didn't win jack. So anyway, Aspiring Alchemist said roll. Okay, here we go. And you keep what you got. I won twice on Stormy's wheel. I won twice on Stormy's wheel. I won a quarter once. I gave that to Tuli. And I won $5 off of buying something on his well, that's true. I did win Yankees respect. That's way more than winning anything. You know, by the way, Yankee, you and I talked on our regular meeting. You said I didn't have to do whatever. Oh, you're welcome, Tuli, anytime. But you're getting something for the daughters and the wife. You know what I'm talking about, because I don't know what my professional personal life's going to be like, so I want you to know it's coming. It was put in the mail today with people's last live stream winnings. Okay, so where was I at? Pike in the Cage, Aspiring Alchemist. Roll or not? Did you tell me roll or not? Okay, for Pike in the Cage, did we roll for Pike in the Cage? Okay, kitten, it was really fun having you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know it's not as high tech as everybody else is, and I'm just going to, get better as everybody teaches me stuff. Going back to the Queen, who lived longer than Lucille Ball, which was Betty White. Aspiring Alchemist got that. It's roll or not roll? And you keep what you got. Okay. For answering Lucille Ball, Aspiring Alchemist, roll or not roll? And you keep what you got. For naming all 3 Catwomen during Adam West's time as Batman, Pete Clark, who beat Aspiring Alchemist, who says she can't type that fast. But he beat her, because everyone else, she's kicking her butt. Well, thank you, Yankee. You want me to roll or not roll, Pete? And you keep what you got. Okay. And we already ran for Bonanza on Brother Rat. Barbara Eden, Pete Clark got that answer. You want me to roll or not roll? You get to double that. That was a dime, and you get to double that. Oh, no, let's triple that. There's 2 eyes there. Eye of the snake and eye of the tiger. And Lisa B. Well, not double. In this case, it's triple. Because remember I said in the old rules that I first made up and I changed it, was basically if you choose to roll the dice and no eyes came up, you lose. If you choose not to roll, you don't lose. You keep what you got. But if you I kept rolling for funsies, and eyes rarely showed up. So that meant to me that it might seem more like Stormy's will. And once again, no disrespect to Stormy. Love Stormy. Love him to death. Always show up on his shows. Like his auctions. That type of stuff. Well, I kind of got the idea for Yahtzee, but I haven't played Yahtzee in so many years. I don't know what the rules are. But as I was rolling for funsies, I was like, no, that's not going to make people happy. So if I start losing a lot of money on this, then I'll go ahead and change the rules to what I originally thought. So I changed the rules again. Thank you, Aspiring Alchemist. I don't feel so bad now. But what I thought was, let's just go ahead and, if you get an eye, you double. Two eyes, you triple. 3 eyes, you quadruple. 4 eyes. Oh, you're welcome, Pete. You get quintuple. Simple explanation, text on the other side. For us old dudes. Dude, I'm older than you. Okay. Lisa B., who nailed Alan Ludden as Betty White's husband. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Okay. By the way, Yankee, Lisa B is like seriously cool. Her dad played cards with Cesar Romero. That's what she said, and I don't think she's lying. I would have given my right arm to even just sit in the room with him. And you keep what you got. Lisa, welcome. Welcome. I've met a few celebrities in my day. I met Scott Baio, jerk, absolute jerk, womanizer. I had 2 cousins that were actresses, and they didn't really make big names for themselves. They're kind of like middle of the road, maybe lower. And one of them was hitting on my cousin in a disrespectful way. The other one was kind of grabbing my hands to make me not want to hit him. So that's kind of that. So, I also met, what was her name? Hold on, I'm having a brain fart. Family Ties, I think it was Family Ties. Michael J. Fox's sister. If you guys can help me remember, that'd be great. But I met her, she was doped up and drunk at a bar. I have no desire to be back in Los Angeles. What a rotten place to be in. Oh, Justine Bateman. Yes, that's it. But no, no thank you. They could keep that. My mom has an airline stewardess in the mid-60s where you met Ricardo Montalban? There was sudden turbulence, and then she fell into his lap. Oh, I bet you she was in her day. Oh my goodness. Ricardo Montalban. What did he say? I've almost got a question for you. Let me pull that up. Okay. For a quarter. Ricardo Montalban would show up on an commercial. What type of leather did he promote, and for what type of product? Corinthian leather. Fatty, you got it. You got half of it, actually. Okay, I need to see both answers in one typing. I need to, oh, let me get over to the regular screen. Okay. Yeah, I got. I'll tell you what. That's not entirely fair. I'll give. How about we do this? We'll split it down to a dime, because Fatty got the Corinthian leather. Fatty McButterpants. And let's see who got the other half of it. Pete Clark got the car. Does that sound fair to everyone? Does that sound fair to everyone? Or should I just go with the first person who got both words in the same? Okay. Aspiring Optimist says that's very fair. Brother Rat says it's fair. D says it's fair. Fatty says it's fair. Okay, so you both get a dime. Okay. Fatty McButterpants, roll or not roll? Okay, Pete, I haven't gotten an answer from Fatty. Pete, roll or not roll? Okay, Fatty says roll. And you keep what you got. And Pete says roll. Po Foshho. And you keep what you got. Sorry, I'm not sure. Someone from my work is calling me, and I don't know why. But I'm not scheduled to work till tomorrow night. So I'm not sure if I answer that, being that my iPhone is my camera and my studio and my everything, if that's going to knock it off, and that's not really fair to all of you. What are we looking for? The dice to do in order to double it? Anyone? Yes. Aspiring Alchemist, it's basically this. The dice. Mark, I had a good time having you here. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it, buddy. So if the dice comes up with 1, that means it's an I. You know, I the snake. So it's I the snake, and maybe I can talk to her through the Apple Watch. Just bear with me. I don't understand why she's calling me on a day off. Okay, I'm sorry about that, everyone. Um, got myself a little situation. One of the doctors didn't show up, and they're calling me in to come in and bail them out. So I apologize for cutting this shorter. I really wanted to give you guys like 3 hours of fun. I'm not going to be able to do that, but just wanted to let you know. And once again, please forgive me. Those of you who won, please feel free to go ahead, and it's okay, aspiring alchemist. Things like this happen. Thank you, Tuli. But basically, long story make short, thank you, Tuli. I've got a 3 to 4 hour drive to get down to the ER, and that type of thing. So anyway, it was absolutely wonderful having you all. I appreciate all your time and everything. So go ahead and contact me through my email. I will not be emailing you back because it still has my name attached to it. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Keith. And I will catch you all later. Have a good night, everyone. Tiger Stacker is out.